Go.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Cappy Terrra, our Fabula Ultima flagship. It has been a hot minute due to weddings and sicknesses and drama and stuff, but we're back now, and we're also going to be back next weekend.
Yes.
So tonight, we're going to find out what happened to Selene, eventually. Kara, would you like to do our recap?
I would love to do a recap so much. All right. After saying goodbye to Grave, the Earth Elemental, the group headed for the nearest city, Erd. On the way, we encountered smoking wreckage and an unconscious gnome. After reviving him, we learned his name is Fiddlestick Farstein, and he made the unsuccessful flying device. While we were recovering bits from the wreckage, Killian recognized a marking on the device, and we escorted Fiddlesticks back to his home city of Erd. How convenient. After resupplying ourselves, we got rooms at an inn and had dinner and the local specialty drink of chicken shine. And yes, it is exactly as bad as it sounds. Killian was approached by three rough looking dudes who gave him a whole bunch of money and were very strange. He went out and asked the rest of us to stay behind while he investigated this. He decided to confront Fiddlesticks, and the three guys appeared at Fiddlesticks' shop. Fiddlesticks is excited to learn that Killian is marked with the bands of ruin, calling him things like the door and the seal. Killian managed to convince them all to keep this quiet and asked Fiddlesticks to build us a land vehicle so that we could travel faster. He then returned to the group and downplayed the whole thing. It must have been a mistake. Overnight, Selene dreamed of Val, the woman from the celestial bureaucracy. They have a tense but civil conversation about the motivations of each group, and Selene refuses the offer of becoming an acolyte. In the morning, the group takes the Chicken Shine powered car and heads out. After a few days of travel, they come upon a mushroom village of small beings, not Smurfs, and fight a wizard, not Gargamel, and his cats. In the course of the fight, Selene gets knocked out. When the group eventually is victorious, they turn to get her back up, but she is gone. Dun dun dun!
That's the recap. Yeah. So, good job. Last time that all occurred, the three of you, John, Janus, and Killian, you have defeated the evil wizard, not Gargamel, and you look to see if you can help Selene get to her feet and be healed of her injuries. She is not there. Nowhere to be found.
Can we see the evidence that she was there? You know, the Selene-shaped imprint in the grass or something?
Yes. She was there. She was collapsed.
Okay.
But she's no longer there. No
I just want
more.
to make sure I'm not having some sort of terrible hallucination.
Yeah.
I want to make sure she was actually real this whole time.
Well, I mean, we're in the mushroom area, so I mean, what can we say?
Right. What the hells? I'm gonna point to where she was. She was there, right? I'm looking at the other two. I'm not going crazy.
She was there with Selene.
No, she was right there a second ago.
Maybe the little creatures know something.
All right.
Swear to God, if
Would
we're
they-
in the largest mushroom circle ever imagined and we just can't see them from here, I'm gonna freak out.
There's nothing like around it that like looks like anything. Like you can
No.
distinguish
Not at
just
all.
where she fell.
Yep, you can see like the grass was a little overgrown. You can see where she had collapsed, and there's like the imprint of like crushed grass. You know how like really tall grass, when someone lays in it, it bends a little bit, and then when they get up, you can. That's all you see. You don't see any footprints other than the ones that led up.
Okay.
She's just vanished.
And like her stuff is gone too, like the staff and everything, correct?
Yep, every bit of her is gone.
All right. I'm gonna
Even
take
her stuff.
We're at the
I'm gonna spend 3
we're
inventory
at the front.
points.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, let me just do this real quick. I'm
Okay.
gonna spend 3 inventory points and refill my mana, and then Joe, what you're doing, and I'm gonna prep out what my idea.
The only thing I can think of is we need to go talk to those creatures. They may know something.
Could she be dragged in by something further in the house?
It's possible. There's no
Does the house
evidence.
seem very big? There's no evidence of anything.
It looks very much like a one-story wizard's tower.
Okay, so we should be able to pop inside and not see anything or not see anything, right?
Yeah, if you poke your head through the door, you see that he's got like a table with a couple books. He's got a nice bookshelf, a bed. He's got kind of like a stove where this cauldron is bubbling over.
Okay. No one needs books, and then we can just move on, right?
No, I don't need any books. I want to do a ritual again.
Okay.
If you have something that you think
do a small ritual. I'm just looking for the field, the points necessary for it.
All right,
Here we go.
let's go to the ritual page.
Page 121 is the start. That's
Right.
rituals during conflict.
So what are you trying to do?
All right, so minor. I'm thinking a minor individual area ritual. I just want to cast kind of what I did with Grave. I want to throw a ritual down just in where, because you said we could see where she was. Like there was a Selene shaped outline on the grass or something, right?
Correct.
So I want to use the ritual there to give me that kind of after image to see what happened and how she disappeared.
Okay.
Just in that small little area.
All right. So you want it to be small, so that'd be ×2.
Yeah, because that'll give me a small, like that'll cover a small clearing, a room. Like,
yeah.
it'll cover the area. And
Yep. So and then you want to locate someone or something. So that'd be a medium.
so 6.
30 magic points ×2, 60 magic points.
Yeah, I have
DL
that.
of 10.
I have that.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and roll that DL. That's an insight plus willpower. Open check. Insight. Willpower. No freaking whammies. That's a 14.
wow.
14. Okay. You kind of like, I'm going to say this takes a minute or two. You set up the ritual, you get everything ready, however that looks for you. You end up like putting your hands over and you say your magic words and you get this flash of insight where you see like a few moments into the past and you see Selene laying there unconscious and you see this rather it's almost like this spectral form of this tall, beautiful looking woman who walks up and just touches Selene, and both of them disappear.
Okay. I'm going to describe that.
This is where we're going to cut.
I'm going to describe that in detail to everybody here.
Can I use a flash of insight to try to see if it triggers anything in my like stored memories?
Sure.
Doesn't matter. It's 2. Everything's 2d8 for me.
And what was your target for that flash of insight?
Well, if it wasn't like, are you asking what question I wanted? Or-
I'm asking, like, how does flash of insight work?
So if I would have rolled a 13, I could have gotten something, which I didn't. So
Okay.
I don't know anything. Nothing happened.
Nope. Yeah, you don't know anything. As you try to, like, remember if you recognize this, we're gonna cut. Selene, you kind of hear a running river. You feel a warmth of, like, sunlight on your face as your eyes open. And you are in this beautiful garden. There's flowers, there appear to be all different types of fruits and vegetables, and there is this 8 or 9 foot tall woman. Green skin, hair that kind of looks like mossy vines, and she's just watering the flowers.
Where am I? Where's this place? Where are my friends?
You're awake. That's all she says as she looks at you and begins to water the flowers again.
Yes, I am. Who are you?
She just puts her hand up with like the 1 second finger as she continues to like water until her pail is not made out of metal. It's like made out of like this finely crafted and designed wood, and she puts it down. She like walks over to what appears to be a little like I don't even know how to describe it. It looks like a teapot made of leaves, and she pours 2 little cups of these like leaf shaped cups, and she walks over and hands you one. And she just looks at you and she goes, I go by many names. Some people call me Terra. Some people call me Gaia. Some call me Mother. Some call me Earth. Some call me Mother Earth. I don't know. Whatever you would like to call me, feel free.
Okay. Oh,
And you're Selene.
Oh. Yes, I am.
I've been watching you with great intent.
Why?
You help animals and protect wildlife. You protect the world. I've taken an interest.
I never thought of it that way, but you're right. I do those things. Okay. She's going to take a sip of whatever this is.
It is it's not warm, but it's definitely some kind of tea.
Okay.
So It's not cold. It's like it almost looks like she poured water with some kind of like herbs that were there and made a tea, but it's not warm.
Okay. Cold tea's a thing. I'm good with that. Sure. Okay. Um, where are my friends? Last I knew, they were in trouble, and they might need me.
She just holds out her hand as this little drop of water falls out of her finger onto the ground, and this pool appears. And you can see the three of them like frantically looking for you.
Oh,
Your friends are okay. You'll be back with them soon.
okay, okay. Wow. I don't know what to say, and that's unusual for me.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Why did you and your friends decide to help the mushroom people? And the pool in front of you changes to show those not Smurfs in their little homes, the yellow not Smurfs.
Well, I personally am always rather inclined to help people and beings that seem like they deserve help. And Janus is really like and anything that seems like it's unjust or like someone is bullying someone else, he gets really mad about that stuff. So I would say the fighting part was probably more on him than anyone else. But we all did want to help. At least I think so.
Well, I appreciate you helping them. They're tiny, and
Mhm.
they have no combat ability.
Right.
They're
It seems
just...
like they were getting picked on by someone bigger and stronger than them. That's not right.
I'm glad you see it that way. Now, is there anything you would like to ask me?
Oh boy. I, picking is hard, but sure. Uh, um, is there anything that you can, if you've been watching me in my travels, then you know that we're trying to help the elementals. Is there anything that you can tell me that would help us in that?
I can get you to the floating citadel,
Oh,
if you would like.
I think that would be good. I should check with the others though. I'm not going to go by myself.
Of course. They're your compatriots. They would... You would not last without them against the celestial bureaucracy.
I'm afraid you're probably right about that.
But I will return you to your friends. Speak to them.
Mhm.
Decide how you want to progress and proceed. There are only certain times that I can send you to the floating citadel. I'll reach out when it's time.
Okay. Thank you.
She at this point like stands up and starts to go like heads back to her flowers, and you just see her like pulling off some of the dead leaves, and she turns and looks at you and goes, "If you want to return to your friends, just step in the pool. You'll go back."
Oh, okay. Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you as well.
And she'll set her leaf cup down and step into the pool.
The three of you, where at now? Because you got that vision. You're like, I think you said you were going to talk to the not Smurfs.
Yeah, I'm probably at least like 10 feet away heading that direction at this point.
Okay.
Before while Killian was doing his like stuff, I wanted to be looking over the witch's body to see if there was anything we could take with us.
Oh, the wizard.
Yeah.
Nothing really special on him. He just had his staff. He had 2 cats that fought with him. Nothing exciting.
I'm gonna grab his staff up and examine it for magic and science.
It's just your basic staff, kind of like Kara or Selene has. It's
Okay.
nothing special.
So it's just normal, basic staff.
You say it's
Yeah.
something special. I'm sure it had great sentimental value to him.
I'm sure like the coloration and the way it looks is different from other people's, but it's just your typical staff.
Okay.
The wand chooses the wizard.
You wouldn't deny an
Sorry.
old man his walking stick, will you?
There's another one, yeah.
Nice.
But anyway, so yeah,
we're right behind you.
You get up to the little village, and they're like a couple of the heads are peeking out of the door as you approach. Is he gone?
He shouldn't be a problem anymore, but we have another issue that's come up.
Oh,
While we were fighting the old wizard, our friend fell unconscious in combat and just vanished afterwards. Do you know any reason this might happen around here?
I'll consult with the elders. And he comes out of his little hut and like goes to a bigger, or like a little mushroom, and goes to the biggest mushroom and opens the door, and you just hear kind of like yelling coming from it. After a few minutes, he comes back out. Elders said that they don't have any idea what would that cause that, and why would I bother to bring that to their attention? They do, however, want to thank you for getting rid of the wizard problem, and we are offering you 5 of our berries.
Thank you.
At
We
this
were-
point, he like a couple more of them come out and just put like 5 berries at your feet.
I'm gonna gingerly pick them up. The wizard or the elder's not causing you any trouble, is he? I look at the mushroom
No.
pointedly.
No, he's very, very busy. He runs the town and takes care of everybody, and he tends to the berries, and he's busy today. And he didn't know anything. As that is going on, you were like, he says that, and Selene, as you step into the pool, you don't feel any water. You don't feel any wetness. You just kind of step into it, and it's almost like walking through a doorway. And you're behind the 3 of them, and you hear Janus asking if the elder has given them any problems. No, he's very busy. Hey, isn't that your friend right there?
Hmm? What the? Where did? Now I look like an idiot.
It's a long story, okay? It's a long story. Or maybe a short one. I'm not sure.
Does it involve somebody that looks
Thank
kind
you
of
for
like
the
The kid
berries,
has
yeah.
reappeared.
Hmm?
Hmm?
Eric?
I was just gonna ask, does it involve somebody that looks like, and I was gonna describe the person I saw in the ritual.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, it does. How did you know? Oh, right. You can do that thing.
Magic.
Exactly.
We should
Exactly.
leave the wee folk alone for now. stepping away from the village so we're not keeping them up with our talking. That is probably the equivalent of like an incredibly loud speaker booming over their village.
But
Right.
as the four of you were walking with, like, we were preparing a feast in your honor. Come back in a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, I could eat after we talk. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I could handle. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. I don't want to eat them out of house and home.
You could just take a little, be polite, you know?
It's fair. So what happened?
Well, I woke up and I was in this really beautiful garden, and there was a woman exactly like Killian described. And I asked her who she was, and she was watering her plants, and she made me wait, but it's probably okay. Anyway, I think she said her name was Gaia or Mother Earth or Terra, and she's been watching our quests, and she thanked me for taking care of the animals, and she said that she could transport us to the floating citadel, and she'll let me know when that's possible because it's only possible at certain times. I think that's everything. There was
We are
tea.
running into a lot of incredibly powerful mystical entities that
Yeah.
have the ability to just send us places.
Yeah, it is a little scary.
So if she can only do it at certain times, did she give you an idea when that would be?
No, not really.
Be fair, she didn't
Okay.
answer a lot of your
She
questions.
she really she left a lot of my questions unanswered.
Fair. Um. Then for now, we should just continue on to Narb. We did leave
Right.
animals.
We did, and I now more than ever, I think we need to make sure we take care of them if she's still watching,
Why would that be?
because she seems to care about caring for animals.
Oh,
All right. I guess after the feast.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what these people define as a feast.
All
And I
right,
really-
we're gonna say you.
Yeah.
We're gonna say you guys like kind of hang out and talk and do whatever it is you guys do in the little bit of downtime. About an hour and a half later, this very, very old, not Smurf, yellow. He's got a big yellow beard that drapes all the way to the ground. He walks up and he goes, "Well, if it isn't the heroes that saved us from the evil wizard, we thank you for your efforts. And I hope you that enjoy the berries that we have given you, as they are our most prized possessions and hold magical capabilities. And now follow us as we have prepared a feast for you in your honor." Mind
Thank
you,
you.
like following them is like going 2 or 3 steps, where for them it's this long walk. And they've got
It's
a bunch of little tiny tables set up. And they've got like mushroom flakes, some bugs. They've just got this like long smorgasbord of just stuff you would find in the woods. You're sure that some of it is legitimately bark that's just been cooked? We hope you enjoy the feast, and we will feast in your honor. Feel free to take of anything on the table. You're much bigger, so you should pick food first.
It,
um.
At this point, they're like
will-
singing and dancing and like making up songs about the four of you.
yeah, I'm just gonna bring like coat snacks out, like old beef jerky or something I have jammed in like the pocket of my coat, and be like, I'm not eating any of that. I don't eat tree bark.
I'm gonna look for a mushroom that is not necessarily the biggest mushroom or piece of mushroom, but is one I could easily pick up at the very least. and then I will. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll lick the tip of my finger and just like try and grab a couple of mushroom flakes, and then just mm, hmm. My regards to the chef.
You do realize that some
There's
of those
this one
mushrooms-
guy that has a chef's hat. Go ahead.
Hmm?
I was gonna say you do realize some of those mushrooms aren't always the safest, and they might make you see things.
I'm really hoping that I'm counting on the fact that I didn't get enough of them. But, you know.
You
Not
see
gonna lie.
one of the not Smurfs with like a chef's hat and like an apron on. He's like, "Thank you. I cook the food for all of you. It's my specialty."
John, hearing this is going to take a little bit, especially of anything that nobody else took, and he's gonna go ahead and eat
John's over here. Death cap. Mm.
it.
So they continue to sing and like dance and revel. Once like the feast is done, they bring out the desserts. And mind you, they are like pies that are like this big to us, but to them they're
Like a quarter?
massive. Yeah, like a quarter size. And they're just putting out a whole bunch of these pies. It's like the chef's like, "This is my specialty. It is the good pear pie.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
You will eat and you will like it."
She'll like, can someone put a slice on my finger? That would be helpful.
Yeah, they put a slice on your finger without any question. Mind you, it's a little warm. But it's so tiny it feels like it doesn't
No, no,
actually
no.
burn.
I won't actually blow on it. I'm just like,
I will do the same. I'll put my finger out for a piece of pie and just be mmm. Mmm.
They
I
seem
don't
very
like it.
happy. Yep, they eat the pie. They once again thank you all for protecting them. We appreciate it so much. You guys have saved us. No more tyranny. No more tyrants. Yay.
That's worth it.
mhm.
All right. Well, we should be on our way. We have an incredibly far way to travel still.
Many-
Incredible.
Well, very, very far for you.
Yes.
You're traveling literally like a lifetime away from them.
Yes, we are.
Well, considering they told you that the Wizard's Tower was like a day or two away and it took you guys like 5 to 10 minutes to get there.
For sure.
They are, yeah. They once again cheer, like, "We will sing songs about your heroics forever. You'll be memorialized in our society." As one of them is already starting to carve like statues of you out of mushroom.
I imagine the one carving has like a Salvador Dali mustache.
Yes.
Oh. All right. And the four of you. Good, gang. I don't know where that came from. But the four of you get back to your chicken shine cart that is still sitting there. And do you proceed onward?
Onward and forward.
Yep. Are we good? We
Yeah.
ready?
Yep. Let's see. Foot, I said one hex was 2 days, or yeah, foot. Animal, motorized vehicle was trying to remember what I said the travel days were now. Let me look at my notes. Because I forgot.
Yeah, John's probably going to cover for you guys whenever that kind of stuff comes up.
All right. Yep, that was it. On foot, it is 2 days per hex. With animal, it is a hex per day. With a vehicle of any kind, it is 2 hexes per day. So, you all can proceed.
I thought the chicken shine mobile went even faster though.
Yeah, for some reason I thought the chicken shy mobile was like what, 3 or 4 a day.
I remember it only being 2 at the moment, but I'm also
Okay. Yeah, we're just
Also
going to
been
say
2.
2 to keep it all straight together.
That's fine.
All
I
right.
don't trust my memory at this point about that.
especially because
I
we are
mean-
driving through like a light forest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's also that. Like, how fast can you really go if you're not on a road?
Yeah, we'll say 2 hexes per day. So I will
I've already
move you
moved
all to
1 set of
here.
2. Well, I've already
you
moved us
did?
2 for the first day. Yeah.
So, boom. Or was it there? Yeah. Okay. Somebody make a travel roll, and this is gonna be a D8.
I got it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Look at
1.
that.
A 1 is a discovery.
Hey,
A 1 is good.
This is 2 discoveries in a row. What are the stinking odds of that? All right, give me 1 second. Pull up my list of
1
discoveries.
in 16. I don't know. I have a bachelor's of arts, not a bachelor's of science. I don't do that much math. While we're driving, I'm just over here like, did anyone notice that the chef's accent kept changing?
it did?
It sounded like Russian at first, but then French. I don't even know what I'm saying.
What's Russian?
Oh gosh. All right. The 4 of you proceed onward for those 2 days, and you are driving along. Let's everybody make an open check. One of them is going to be insight. It is going to be to see if you notice something.
Well, I'm just gonna do insight.
I mean, that just makes the most sense, honestly.
Yeah.
I do insight willpower, but I'm going to be honest, it's the same numbers.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh,
So
Dang.
Eric,
Wasn't bad.
Eric got a 9. Howard got a 9. Joe got a 10, which got it, and Kara, you're 14. So Janus and Selene as the car. Who's driving the cart, by the way? Isn't it
Yo.
Killian?
Yeah, I'm driving.
yeah.
So you're driving as this thing. It's puttering along. the fumes of like a chicken shine rolling out the back. There's just this cloud of smoke behind you. Selene and Janus, you both kind of look off to the left and you see a faint or a pond. Not unusual in the woods. However, this one's has a faint blue glow to it.
Gonna tap Killian on the shoulder and point over towards the pond.
I'm gonna nod and be like, you wanna go over there? All right. Let's turn it over and bring it in to the pond.
All right. You all pull up to the pond. And it's a very like you're in this lightly wooded area, but everything around this pond is just dirt. Like there's no like grass, there's no algae or seaweeds or anything in the pond. It is just a crystal clear, like faint glowing blue pond.
But there's no
Blue
life.
pond. But there seems to be there's no plant life. There is a couple fish swimming around in there. One of them you are pretty sure looks crystal.
Ooh.
Well, this is something I've never seen before.
So there's a lot of that going around these days, for me at least.
Oh,
Is
haven't
the
you seen a
pond
bunch of
deep?
little blue people in diapers before? Come by.
No,
They're yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow, little yellow guys in blue diaper and white diapers or whatever color diapers they're wearing before are legally distinct, not
oh
Smurfs.
god, I just realized what if the bureaucracy finds them?
Oh,
They were pretty well hidden. They said people couldn't see their village unless they knew about it already. So as long as we don't tell anybody, it should be pretty good.
and we might not have actually been in the village. I
Anyway.
mean, I did eat the mushrooms. Everybody did.
Yeah, but that was after.
Are you sure?
Well, no, now that you bring it up, that's just the pond. I'm not sure about this either.
Did
I'm gonna
Selene
talk to the
disappear
fish.
for real?
You're gonna
It
what?
felt real. It felt real. But I'm gonna go talk to the fish.
Hey, be careful.
Oh, yeah,
the water is glowing.
I mean, yes. I'll try.
Out
Okay.
of character, I'm just gonna say this sets off my Fallout fan alarms. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
If there weren't fish, I would be more alarmed.
Wow.
Because there's no fairy tales with terrible magical fish in them.
So Selene, as you walk up, what are you doing to try to get these things attention if they are able to be spoken to?
I mean, she's gonna try just talking first. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
As they swim around, I'd say there's about 10 of them in there. And they, now that they're all kind of like swimming towards you, they all have very crystallized forms. Like they look almost like crystal fish. As they approach, they all just are like they're all just like lined up almost at the edge of the shoreline, like looking at you weirdly. They don't say anything.
Oh.
When I see the weird thing happening, I'm probably going to be a little more on alert and walk next to her, allow her to continue, but not interrupt. But
It seems like, well, at least you know I'm here. Can any of you talk? I mean, it's been a while. My fish might be pretty rusty.
So you're like,
As I'm just saying this in perfectly understandable, like English or common or whatever we speak.
So, Selene, I'm gonna allow you to make a check right now.
Okay.
Well, your willpower is a D10. Okay.
It is?
This is gonna definitely be an insight.
Okay.
And then you pick the other one if you can justify it. You're trying to figure out what these things are.
Yeah.
So,
But I also want them to be my friends. I like everything is nice and talks to me. Like this is how the world works. This is how Selene believes the world works.
this is not how John believes the world works.
I am gonna make them talk to me by sheer force of will. So that's willpower, if you will allow it.
Okay, sure, go for it.
Has anyone here seen Tiny Toon Adventures?
Yeah.
That wasn't great.
Giving Elmira.
Oh,
Oh no.
I'm gonna hug them and
Um,
squeeze them.
s-
Oh no. No, 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 no.
so Selene, as you are looking at them and you are trying to communicate, it becomes very clear that these aren't anything your feral speech works with. They're elementals.
Oh. Okay.
They're elemental fish in a glowing blue pond.
That's interesting. They're not regular fish, guys. They're elementals.
So this is some sort of magical elemental pond, not too dissimilar to Strauss's domain.
Yeah, maybe? Is that maybe a
Well-
good sign?
Is it colder here by chance?
Not any colder than like you would expect from being next to water. So like there's obviously like a little temperature difference when you're next
Yeah.
to water, but it's not like extreme.
It's not like noticeable. It's not like a 10-degree dropper or something. Trying to make
No.
sure these aren't like ice elementals or something.
No. So as you're like trying to talk to them, Selene, they eventually like swim farther down into the pond. And you notice that the blue glow is actually coming from them because it seems to dim as they get away from you. However, as they get to the depths of that, there appears to be some kind of chest at the bottom of this pond.
Does anyone else see that? There's definitely something in there.
I'm gonna take a closer look.
yes. I am going to remove everything but my dagger right now. Like, not my clothes, but like armor and things.
I'd say it would just be like,
Yeah.
Poor
Good
Selene would just be
girl.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And I'm just going to walk all the way to the chest.
you don't need to breathe,
Okay.
do you?
No.
Nice.
Killian, as you are looking a little closer at it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn. Why am I so tired right now? Don't know.
Probably because
Damn.
it's 10:30 where you
Okay.
are.
Yeah. It's been a long couple few days. Actually it's been a long couple weeks. But anywho.
Yeah.
It's Killian, as you're looking at it, you notice some intricate carvings on that chest.
Okay.
They appear to be. Actually, I'm going to make you make a roll for it.
Okay.
It's going to be a DC 10, and it's going to be to try to decipher what those runes on it are. So I'm going to say insight for sure.
All right. Well, insight makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay, go for it.
But I didn't get it. But
Yeah,
I want to
you
spend.
just
Oh, sorry. Go on.
go ahead.
I was gonna say if I didn't get it, I can definitely burn some fabula points here.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna
Side note,
reroll.
I didn't gain my 1 at the start of the session because I was at 0. Is it okay if I go ahead and do that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you're at 0 fabula points, give yourself 1.
All right. So I'm in. What I'm gonna do is invoke my gunslinging traveler and researcher of the stars here, thinking maybe that rune might be something from some of the charts or just some of the research I've done. Hey,
That's much more gooder. So yeah. Those runes that are on that chest are binding runes. They are whatever they are meant to keep something or someone in. And John is already down into the water. He is about halfway to the chest.
Will they be able to hear me if I shout? Let's test this out. Bring that up, but don't open it. Repeat, do not open it, but bring it here.
John, I need you to roll me. Let's see. I'm gonna. Oh, it doesn't matter. Just roll 2d8s. All yours are the same.
Yep. Doesn't matter. I'm across the
and I'm
board,
gonna
so-
say you need a 10 to hear him.
Nope.
You don't even hear muffled screaming. As you're walking, I'm gonna say that you're just walking across the bottom with no issues. There's not even like that buoyancy that you normally get with water. You're just walking down as the elemental fish seem to be like creating a pathway for you. Like 2 of them will be here, then 2 more will line up to illuminate your path.
I'll head down to it, but like again, I don't have anything but my dagger, so I don't like really have anything to deal with this while I'm down here.
Okay.
So it's locked. It seems to be.
It is definitely locked.
Okay. So I'm going to do my best to try to carry it up.
As you grab a hold of it, the runes on it actually begin to glow.
I'm going to let that go because I don't know what the heck that is.
You're going to need to make a check to let it go.
Okay.
One of those is going to be a might to try to release it, and the other is whatever you want, but you have 2d8s, so it does not matter.
Yeah. I'm going to re-roll. Can I re-roll using...
Do you have anything that would be applicable to this?
That's what I'm looking for right now. Can I use my doubt, like my distrust for things?
Oh.
I mean, sell it to me.
So like he's reaching down and he's trying to touch it, but like he's not quite sure because he doesn't know how to deal with it and it's locked. And he starts to like almost like touch it, but he doesn't quite grab on. And when it starts to glow, he tries to yank back before fully grabbing onto it.
I mean, if you're professionally like a thief or a rogue, this,
Yeah.
you know, that's like, oh, that's the sign of a trap triggering.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
Roll
Reroll it.
Roll both? Or just one?
You can re-roll one or both. It's up to you.
Go ahead and re-roll. That's a lot better.
Better.
Okay, on the 12, you are able to release the chest, and the runes that were glowing slowly go back to a non-glowing state. The fish around you seem to be getting irritated that you let it go. They're seeming to be more erratic. Like originally they were just kind of like swimming around until you started to walk down and then they illuminated your path. When you grab the chest and let it go, they seem to be like almost know how like
Irritated.
you know how like in some movies when the CGI is bad, things will like flicker and glitch instead of moving. That's kind of what they're doing. They're just like staticking around.
They're clipping with reality.
Am I far above the surface?
Like
below it, I mean?
You went down about 20 feet. That it did not seem that way, but when you look behind you, it is a lot steeper than it looked.
I'm looking for up, not back.
Oh.
If I swam to the surface.
If you were to swim up, I'd still say it's about 20 feet. Like, that's the depth. Okay. But you could probably, if you pushed off, be to the top pretty quick.
Okay. I'm gonna push off.
Okay.
And see if I have enough time to at least say something to Killian.
All right. Yeah, you pop out of the water. You all watch this happen. You see him grab the chest. It start to glow. It stopped glowing. The fish starting to go erratic. He launches himself up. What do you say to Killian as you pop out of the water?
Ask the water elemental about this.
I'm going to shout back, bring the box up, but don't open it.
Can I respond or?
Yeah, you can kick your feet and stay up as long as you want.
Well, no, I'm just making sure that nothing else is happening in that time. I don't know what's gonna happen. The runes start to glow once I started to touch it.
They're there to keep it in.
Are you sure? I don't know this magic stuff. This is not me.
Absolutely.
Do we have like random like general adventuring stuff like rope hooks and stuff like that?
Yes. You just assumed to have that.
Okay. I'm going to pull some rope from my pack and like put something heavy enough on it that at the very end, see if you can tie this around it without having to carry it. No, I'll toss him the end of the rope.
Okay.
I'll see what I can do.
All right.
I imagine it's a little tougher to work with underwater.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're able to like there's the hooks on the side. You're able to tie it up real easy through one of those without really touching the chest if you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't trust anything, but so I'm not gonna mess with that. John has trust issues. He came back from the dead, okay?
with no memory.
With no memory.
John, as you are tying this chest, you tie the rope. I need you to make a check again. Open check. This one is going to be willpower. You are, depending upon whether you pass or fail. If you fail, you're about to have horrific memories come back. If you pass, you won't have horrific memories.
It's like a flashback.
All right. Yeah.
I'm going to say this is a 10.
Huh?
I got PTSD coming back right now. Ooh.
Fortunate Son starts playing in the background.
Yeah.
John, when you do have like terror, like bad memories come back, what does it look like? Like, how does John react when memories flood in out of his control?
It's almost like there's a almost like a blankness, like a total blankness.
Okay.
And then almost like a like almost like a violent like jerking and like alertness, like over alertness. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Like so it's like
Yeah.
it's like something hit, like I was asleep, and then he wakes up like he's ready to like fight.
Okay. As you all see John, like he's starting to walk back up to you guys. He's hooked up the rope. You just see his face go dead before he starts like jerking around. John, you have this memory come back of you and 3 other men, one of which is in these red robes with this crooked staff with a skull at the top of it. He's casting a spell as the 3 of you shove an entity into this very chest. You see a burst of blue blinding light, and you come back under the water. You feel
At
an
this point-
old wound in your side begin to hurt.
Okay. I'm going to move my way up onto land, almost like gasping for air, not remembering that I don't need to breathe and coughing water obviously out of my lungs, grabbing my side and laying down and going, whatever's in there isn't necessarily as bad as it is.
Are you all right? And start trying to help him up onto his feet.
Yeah.
It's and I'm grabbing my side, like
Selene is like gonna run forward and like look to see if he's injured. Like, are you okay?
I don't know.
If Celine's got him, then I'm going to start with the rope and start pulling the chest up.
Okay. If you pull it by yourself, you're going to need a check. One of those will be might. If somebody else is going to help you, I'm going to say we won't need a check. But with everybody looking at John, I feel like nobody's helping, but Killian might.
I was gonna say
It's
I'm
hard
going to help
tell.
out because I want to get a closer look at this. I'm not necessarily going to open it, but I definitely want to get
Okay.
a closer look.
Right. So yeah, start pulling it up. He
It takes you guys, because it is scraping the ground. It takes you a good couple minutes before this chest is up and out of the water. And the fish that were in the water have actually swam back up to the shore and are just like almost motionless.
Whatever's in there, I feel like needs to be let out.
well, let's make sure there's nothing else attached to this chest that's dangerous before we open and free it. Killian, you said you wanted to take a look at it?
Yeah, I wanted to take a look at it. Those runes are designed to keep something in. So I want to get a
But who
better
would
look
put
in.
runes on that?
From my inspection before, would I be able to tell what kind of runes they are, like where they came from, or like?
It is just generic like binding magic.
Okay.
So it's a little
It could go either way.
higher. It's a little like it was definitely a ritual, but it seems like it was a little higher end of a ritual than like I'd say it was about a medium powered ritual.
Okay.
While we're contemplating that, let's take a 5-10 minute break.
Okay.
I got to make a phone call real quick, and then I will be right back. So if you want to throw us to the
Yep.
screen.
Will do. And we're back.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry, we took a slight break due to necessity. But we are back, and the group has found a weird chest in the middle of a pond that was going with blue energy. They have proceeded to pull the chest out of the water and are now deciding what they're going to do with said chest. Roleplay amongst yourselves.
John,
Well,
what
we know
exactly
whatever
did
in
you
there.
see? What happened?
My past is apparently coming back to me.
I mean, that could be a good thing, though. Don't you want to know?
I believe that I was not a good person in my past.
Mhm.
I may have done many things, including locking someone in that chest that doesn't deserve to be locked in there.
Oh,
I hate to add to your distress over the situation, but you know, I think it was Strauss that did say the last time he saw you was
mhm.
before you lost your memory and you were there to do something terrible to him.
Right.
So
But
Whatever is in there is another water elemental, I believe. It's fuzzy, but I know that I was one of the ones that put him in the chest, and then another being with a staff and a skull and something locked it in.
Well-
So when that chest opens, I don't know how he's going to react to me.
that's fair. But maybe part of the reason that you're here still and not moved on is so that you can right some of the wrongs that happened.
so
Taking that chance is dangerous.
so are we opening it or are we leaving it?
I'm gonna open it. If
The
everybody
chest
wants
needs to be open.
Well, since I speak
I
elemental,
vote if if John says whatever's in there is probably, I mean, it's not dangerous, but it's probably not supposed to be trapped in there.
Right.
It could be risky, of course, because if it's angry at John, then we need to be ready to help him. But
Right.
it's probably deserves to be freed.
Mm-hmm.
he could always go stand out of sight while I do this.
Fair.
Might be the best.
All right.
He's gonna get up and grab his side and kind of walk to wherever he needs to walk to.
I'm gonna at least take a step back and make sure I'm like in the area
Same.
between where John went and the chest. That way, if it knows he's there and starts going, I can try and intercept.
And Dragon, was there point damage for the wound, or just it's a feeling?
No, it was basically a memory of of an injury you got when you were alive. So
It's a soreness.
it would be safe to it would be safe to assume that it was an injury you got while dealing with this chest.
Okay.
So, are you saying it's a phantom pain?
Yes.
Sorry. It's a Metal Gear reference.
I got it.
Feels like it's still there, but it's
Yeah.
All right. Well, when everything's all set
But-
up, I'm gonna I'm gonna try and open the chest.
Okay. The first thing you notice as you try to open the chest, Killian, is that it is magically closed. You are going to have to use some kind of ritual to open it.
Means I'm gonna have to drink another potion.
Do you need
You
some-
are-
do you need me to
I mean,
produce one for
you're
you?
not the only one that can
I
do
was gonna say,
rituals.
I'm pretty sure I have some kind of rituals. I just don't know if spiritualism rituals are going to fall in the right space for this. But if they are, let me look. I need my book.
I think everybody can do basic ritualism, right? Ritualism.
I do have
Yes.
ritualism.
If you
with
have,
it, yeah.
if you have
Yes,
spell
you get that
casting.
when you take magic classes.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
I think the big
So
thing.
yes.
I think the big thing too is like what attributes are used. But I'm gonna be completely honest. Ritualism and spiritism both use the same attribute
Yeah.
set.
Yeah.
Right. So
I'm gonna be probably the lowest level of any of you for that.
yeah, I could
Do you have spell
take a crack
casting
at this
class?
one.
I
Mm. Have no casting.
Well, you still have to have like access to it. Like there has to be either a class feature or a
Yeah.
skill that you take that gives you access to rituals. Because I
Yeah.
can't help.
Yeah, so I don't.
My
have-
magic points are just for show at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I
my
could.
magic points are just for show. Yeah, I believe when you take Spiritist, you get
Ritualism.
Yeah, you
rituals
do. You
which
get
fall
ritualism
into
that raise you.
ritualism.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say you can do base ritualism to
Okay,
attempt
yeah.
to open this. We're gonna try to
Okay.
create the ritual. We're gonna call this a medium. It's gonna be an individual because you're just trying to open a chest. It's like a door, a tree, a weapon, a human-sized creature. Chest would fall under that. So it's going to be 30 magic points. The difficulty is going to be a 10.
Okay.
And that is going to be your
Gotcha.
insight and your willpower.
I am willing to give that a roll.
Killing before you roll. Oh, okay.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Oh, you got it
Okay.
anyways. So it's fine.
Sorry. Next time I'll try not to click before you finish speaking.
No, it's all good. I was just going to say if Killian had a Fabula point, I would let him spend it to give you a +1. But you don't need it. So
Okay.
yeah, so you set up this ritual, set everything up to just basically like dispel this magic off of the chest. You cast your magic, the circle lights up, and you just see the runes on the chest just dissipate as the clamp that is there to keep it shut just needs pulled open and the chest flipped open. So, Killian, are you gonna open it now, or are you gonna have Selene open it?
No, I'll open it. I got it. I'll open it.
Okay. You flip the latch and fling the lid open, and as you do, a person stands up, confused, lost, and Janus wearing outfits of the celestial bureaucracy. I'm going to ask you this, Joe. Who is a prominent individual in the celestial bureaucracy that went missing about 1.5 years ago with no real explanation? Just he was very prominent. Everybody knew him. He was gaining popularity, and all of a sudden, gone.
Dang, I don't know.
Sorry to put you on the
We'll see.
spot.
Yeah, it's not just on the spot. I mean, this is birthing a new NPC right here. A high magister within the celestial bureaucracy, which is like a cardinal, maybe a bishop. If to
Okay.
compare to other faiths of the world. High Magister Rogel Peakmeyer.
Magister Peakmeyer. He spins around and he's just looking at the. I assume John is like kind of hiding himself. He looks at the three of you, goes, "Where am I? What year is it? What? How long have I been in here?"
High Magister?
Yes, High Magister Peakmeyer. How do you know me?
In name.
I don't recognize
You've
you.
been missing
I recognize
for-
your sword. I do know you. I forget your name.
It happens. That's not important. But you've been missing for over a year. I'm not reaching for my sword, but my hand is closer to the handle than it was before. What happened to put you in this chest?
I uncovered a secret. A devastating secret to the bureaucracy. And I was going to spill it. And they hired this wizard, this red wizard. His name, Fastivian Bramblewood. The red wizard, Fastivian Bramblewood. He
What was
pauses
this-
for a second. They hired him and his cutthroats to get rid of me. And instead they bound me in this box. This chest. The bureaucracy's a lie. It's a lie.
I've discovered that myself. My hand now drifts away from my sword. They're using whatever power they've discovered to put everything under their heel.
Yes. The entity that they worship, the concept, the thought, the thing, it's not real.
But it's
It's
becoming
real,
real
but-
because of them.
It never existed, but yes, it's their collective thoughts are bringing it life. They're bringing it to life. It's not real. It's fake. It's a false god, and they're creating it, and it's coming to life. And their plan is to destroy everything that isn't it.
That's kind of what I was assuming.
Where
It's
am I?
We're not far from Erd. I don't know, few days, handful of days east of the Draconic Peaks.
A year of my life gone. In
Year and a
box.
half.
Oh,
You can't go back to the bureaucracy now. Even with this truth, they've cemented control much more. But we are trying to stop them.
he kind of like looks at the three of you, and then he kind of like leans to the side and sees John like kind of like looking out from behind a tree, and his eyes go wide.
Hey, listen, hold on. There's some other stuff that's happened. He's with us. He's trying to help us stop them as well. He's the one that helped get the chest out of the water you were in. But he is unsure as to what happened in his life before now as well. Something's happened and he's now trying to help us fix apparently some stuff he's been tied up in as well.
He's like he's listening to you. He like looks at you for a second, and he looks at him, and he goes, "Thought he died."
Yeah.
How? How did he die?
He was
John's gonna be walking forward at this point because after he hears that,
I was I was being taken away, and I don't know who, but another group attacked the people that were taking us. And I saw him take a wound to the side that I thought for sure was going to kill him. They shoved me in a box. There's no way you survived that attack. There's no way you're alive.
Alive is a strange predicament. Not quite alive, not quite beyond.
He pauses for a minute. I've heard of magic that can bring someone back like this. I didn't believe it was real.
I pulled you out because certain things don't affect me the way that they affect everyone.
He kind of just like shakes his head and he looks back to Janus. If I can't return to the bureaucracy, where do I go?
Well, we're heading back to Narb to pick up our dinosaurs.
Says that so like not happy. Our dinosaurs.
I mean, they have names.
We all
I mean, we
love
have a
Adam
car
and
now.
Steve. Okay.
We have a
Okay.
car now, so like,
I know.
Well, to be fair, he only
gonna-
gave you enough fuel to like get to Narb and maybe like one other location, and then you're out of fuel. And it only runs on chicken shine.
Chicken shine.
That you can only get in Erd.
still, like the idea. It's the idea of like, oh, what's the joke I saw? Used to be that horses drew the car, and now we have a trailer for the horse to be drawn by the car. If we can get to Aquilea, that might be a safe place for now. There's an elemental not far from there. That region is under its protection, I guess. Be a good place to leave the car.
Grave is not nearly as dangerous, which is strange for me to be saying.
And I can vouch for you for the people of Aquilea.
I've heard of Aquilea. I've never been there. They made
really nice.
They made plans. The bureaucracy was going to. They were headed that way. They were going to be making an effort to make it to Aquilea. They mentioned an elemental.
Grouse.
They were going to kill it.
Yeah.
They said it used to be a grand king, and now it was a shell of its former self. That was a year and a half ago. At this point, he finally sits down. I think like the realization of like time lost is hitting him.
I
Like
mean,
getting out, he had that adrenaline rush, and it's like
Yeah.
starting to come down.
I'm pretty sure Selene
Wait.
would like be there to like catch his elbow to like help.
Thank you, thank you.
She's seen stuff like that. It's gonna be
thinking
okay.
about it, Zeta could
breaths.
probably use the company.
Who's Zeta?
We're pretty sure she's a really nice witch that lives in a shoe. With,
A tower.
it's shaped like a shoe.
Don't ever say that you were coming to do any harm. Your shoes will be at her door.
Wait a minute. Is a witch near Aquilea?
Uh-huh.
Was it about a day away?
Mm-hmm.
She's still alive? The bureaucracy
yes.
was going to attack her as well.
Oh, they'd need a lot more people than they sent after her.
Also,
She's pretty wily.
We did stop some of their activities so far. We protected Strauss. We started the rituals back up where they would be delivering water to him to empower him. Captain Minerva of their forces, we drove her back. And then Grave, the Earth Elemental, was under attack, and we stopped their assault on him as well.
Minerva? She's a
Mm.
captain now.
Mm.
She's a lunatic.
Yeah.
I would agree.
The bureaucracy is loony. She's even worse. She is insane.
Mm-hmm.
And you beat her.
We drove her back.
Oh boy.
We fought with her and survived. And she ran away.
Okay. This is a lot to process. So
we fought the other one too. The bishop, right? Val?
I can't remember her name. I'm looking it up.
I don't think any of you know her name. And the fact that I do is a little weird.
Bishop
I remember
Val,
fighting her.
Valentina
here.
Cortez. Bishop
I didn't know her.
Valentina Cortez.
Mhm.
You fought Valentina.
Yeah.
What is going on with the bureaucracy right now?
It was a very tough fight.
At this point, you can tell that he's like, this is way too much information to process.
Uh-huh.
He's kind of like got his head in his hands.
So a thought occurred to me. You need to process this. We should probably hit the road. That was magic, and there may have been something attached to that chest to alert whoever trapped you there that we tampered with the magic. So maybe sticking around here is not a good idea.
Wait, magic can do that.
I don't know.
Magic
Do a
can do
lot of
anything.
things.
Iliad, magic can do that.
Yeah.
Magic definitely can do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that was my time.
Um,
If he's asking in character, magic can do that. I'm like, probably. It could do a lot.
And I'm belting out, oh, no, it can do practically anything.
Magic's the answer to everything, right?
Pretty much.
It's just science that ignores physics.
I like to play with the idea that it bends, but okay.
Okay. And you all don't mind taking me to Aquilea then?
Absolutely not.
We should
need to
probably
get you
get you
somewhere
some
safe.
different clothes when we stop in Narb.
Probably a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just think,
Yeah.
like a fish thumb.
All right. You guys go up to the car, and he looks at it, he's like, what is this thing? Where are the dinosaurs?
It's
Where are the galleys to pull it?
Well, this is the Cluckmobile. It's powered off of this horrendous drink. It's called Chicken Shine, but it'll get us where we're going.
Don't drink the fuel. Don't drink the fuel. It's ill advised. Just don't.
For two reasons. One, it's just
not.
terrible.
Yes.
Or two, we need it to get places.
Okay.
It runs the car and it gets me drunk. That's.
It runs the car. All right. So it automates?
Yes. I thought of something. What would they call we call it horsepower?
Right?
It's raptor power.
Huh. Sorry.
It'll get us where we're going about twice as fast.
What's
as if we
stronger,
were on
raptors or?
Interesting. Okay, fine. How does it work?
Oh, I sit here and I use this wheel to steer, and I push these pedals to stop and go.
And it consumes the liquor in the tank. Beyond that, it's
Honestly, yeah. That's all I got.
some sort of infernal clockwork.
I'm sure Fiddlestick could probably explain it better, but I stopped listening after the first little bit.
Fiddlestick.
Uh-huh.
The creator of this was called Fiddlestick.
Such a great name.
It is an interesting name. Okay, I guess carriage away. Thank you again.
They should really put
Erica's-
belts on this.
I'm gonna vote for Can We Please. I would like to spend inventory points and actually get a real rest tonight, as I am now down on both hit points and magic points.
Okay,
I
so
can do a
you're gonna
tent.
go a little ways away from this
Yes.
spot, and then you guys want to actually
just-
like spend for a tent.
I want to
Yeah.
declare this because I was okay being at crisis for my hit points, but I'm less okay as I'm spending mind points. So
I've got full IP, and I've got 8.
same. So do I. So you've got.
Okay.
How do you have 8? That's
Rogue
amazing.
class.
Rogue.
Lucky.
Rogue.
All right, well, I'm going to refill my... I'm going to hit my
So-
rest button. Ha
All right, yeah,
If we
you
are able
guys.
to get a rest, please.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say you guys drive a little bit of a ways away, set up a camp. You wake up.
How many points was that for
4.
4?
4
Okay, cool.
points.
Former High Magister Peakmeyer is already like awake when you guys are getting up, and he's just kind of sitting there staring at the sky. I've been trapped in a box for a year and a half. It's hard to go to sleep when you've been kind of asleep for that long.
Were you like aware of what was happening, or is it like you just like it was one moment and then you were waking up? Like, how does that work?
It didn't feel like a year and a half,
That's probably good.
but it wasn't a moment either.
Uh-huh.
I think at some point my mind just kind of shut off. Like it was definitely a point where I didn't have to eat or drink, and it kept me alive. But I don't know, I just reached a point where I just stopped. I think I just quit thinking. I shut my
Like
brain
dreaming
down.
almost.
Kind of. So it was a very cruel fate. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. I think I'd have rather been dead.
But if you were dead, then we couldn't have
Well-
out again.
Was about to say.
He kind of like chuckles. He's like, "You're yeah, I guess that's true. But if you hadn't have found me, it could have been an eternity.
True.
What if no one found me? What if the world collapsed and then I was just stuck in that box forever?"
Well, you're not. And I know the what ifs are tempting to go down. I've been there myself a few times. But you are free now. And we're going to help get you somewhere safe. And we're going to do what we can to stop the bureaucracy from collapsing reality around us as we know it.
Right. Which, speaking of, you said there was a group that attacked the people who were putting you in the box. Do you remember anything at all about that other group?
No, I
Enemy
don't.
of my enemy and all that good stuff?
I don't know. They seem to have been enemies of the Red Mage. The Red Wizard. But
Okay.
I couldn't remember anything about them. I'd never seen them before.
Hmm.
But I guess if you're a red wizard who takes money to trap people in
Yeah.
boxes for years, you're gonna make enemies.
Probably. Probably.
So
A thought occurred. They hired the Red Wizard to deal with you, but he locked you away, and that sounds like an insurance policy to me. Like maybe he didn't want to kill you as a card against the bureaucracy.
I could see that. It would make sense if I'm not actually dead if they ever tried to go
Then he
against
got
me.
you in pocket, proverbially speaking.
Yes, that would make sense. I think that could be a possibility.
Not saying we should try and find and befriend this Red Wizard, but maybe he could be someone that would be a thorn in their side as well. And if we can trick him into doing some damage to them, that would be helpful too.
The red wizard was the one who got us to stick him in the box.
For money. A lot of people can be
Yes.
convinced for money.
Like I
I'm not saying we should try and ally or befriend him or work with him. But again, if something arises that we can point him towards the bureaucracy, that might distract a little.
I think if we could find him, like it's a year and a half. I don't know where he is or anything about him. Your friend here should know more than me.
Who?
You worked
For
for
now.
him.
I have no clue who I am. That was
Ah,
a lifetime ago.
For now, we should just continue on to Narb, then Aquilea. I have no idea how we're going to fit Adam and Steve in this vehicle as well.
Well, we may run out of fuel by then, so we may still need them.
Fair. I wonder if they could pull this cart.
probably.
Car?
I mean, you just have to put it in neutral.
Yeah. You take the parking brake off. Take the parking brake off.
We're all trying to figure it out while we're doing this.
What?
It's like
What?
jumping forward, like when you're first learning how to drive a stick.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna say you all get back in the car and continue your drive, and I think that's a good place to stop. Next week we will be back, and we will probably cut to you guys arriving in Narb, unless I can come up with some more discoveries in the process. We might do one or two more travel rolls, but I think we're probably just gonna cut to Narb. But I'll determine that over the week. But yeah, I am Steve. As always, I'm joined by my co-host in the Ronin's Dead podcast, Eric. Thank you, our wonderful players, Kara, Joe, and Howard. And we forgot to do the experience stuff,
Let's do that real
so
quick.
we'll do that before we cut.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
right.
Yeah.
Level up,
So
get strong.
we're gonna do. You spent 2 fabula points, so that is gonna be 1 experience, and then you guys get the 5 for the actual session itself.
So 6
So that's
total.
gonna be 6 experience. Yep. I don't think we're gonna do any of the quirk stuff today because technically it says every 4 hours of play, and I just don't think narratively right now it makes sense to do one. So we'll just wait a little bit.
Cool.
And yeah,
Well, that's a level up.
is there anything else I
There we go.
missed with the experience? Oh, y'all leveled up again.
Level up.
Woo!
Yeah.
Nice. Another level in the drain or down the drain. All right. Yeah, as always, Steve, Eric, Joe, Howard, Kara, thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Bye.